Welcome back. Today we are going to see ICSE Syllabus 8th Standard Mathematics Lesson 2 Exponent Session 4. I hope you all written the previous assignment problems. So let me see the solution for the assignment problems. These are the solutions, so check your answer whether they are correct or not. Can anyone say what we learnt in the previous class? Yes, very good. We learnt about representing of rational numbers and inserting the rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Can anyone say where does 9 by 5 is represent? Yes, in between 1 and 2. Very good. Let me see a new chapter, exponents. In the previous class itself, you learnt about the exponents in real numbers. Let's make a review. If x is a real number and n is an integer, we know that x into x into x into etc. n times is equal to xn, where x is called an exponential expression with base x and exponents or index or power is n. X is read as x raised to the power. Okay, I hope you understand. So let me move on to the topic. The topic is law of exponents. In the law, we have three types of law. The first law is product law, which means that a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. So when we multiply two numbers, the power will get added. So we get a to the power m plus n. That is 3 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 5 is equal to 3 to the power 3 plus 5 is equal to 3 to the power 8. Likewise, let me see another example. 2 to the power minus 5 is equal to 2 raised to the 8 is equal to 2 raised to the minus 5 plus 8. So when we add we get 2 to the power 3. Let me move on to the next law, quotient law. In this we have two conditions. So the first condition is a to the power m is divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. So when it possible, if m is lesser than n. Likewise, let me move on to the second condition. The second condition is a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to 1 divided by a to the power m minus n. When it satisfies if m is greater than n. Let me see with an example. First see the first condition. So in this we know that m is 12, so m is lesser than n. So we get 5 to the power 12 divided by 5 to the power minus 3 is equal to 15. 12 plus 3 is equal to 5 to the power 15. Likewise, let me see the second condition. In this we know that m is greater than n. So we get 3 to the power minus 6 divided by 3 to the power 3 is equal to 1 divided by 3 to the power 3 plus 6 is equal to 1 divided by 3 to the power 9. In the same way, let me move to the next law, power law. In this power law, we going to satisfy the condition a to the power m whole to the power n is equal to a to the power mn, which means in the previous condition we seen that the powers are added, but according to the power law we going to multiply the powers. So let me see with an example. So 7 to the power minus 2 is whole divided by 3. So when we multiply minus 2 into 3 we get minus 6. So 7 to the power minus 6. Likewise, if 3 to the power 5 is whole to the power 2 is equal to 3 to the power 5 into 2 is equal to 3 to the power 10. Okay. So what are the law we seen? Product law, quotient law and power law. Okay. I think you all understand the properties and difference. So for integral powers, this is one of the important thing which we all should know. In this I taken minus 2 is raised to the power 3, which is nothing but minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to minus 8. Likewise, I consider the minus 2 raised to the power 4 is also like minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 16. Thus, I think you all know what is difference between these two terms, which is nothing but one is odd, one is power is odd and another one is even. Thus, if n is even, then minus 2 raised to the power n is positive. Likewise, if n is odd, then minus 2 to the power n is negative. Okay. In general, minus 8 may a raised to the this is one of the important thing you all should know. In this I taken that minus 2 to the rise to the power 3, which is nothing but minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to minus 8, which means we already know minus 2 into minus 2 is plus 4. So plus 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. Likewise, so let me move on to the next thing. Minus 2 raised to the power 4 is minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 16. Okay, I think you can able to understand these two things difference. One is power is odd and another one is even. Thus, if n is even, then minus 2 raised to the power n is positive. If n is odd, then the minus 2 raised to the power n is negative. In generally, we say minus n raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power n. If a is even, then the another condition is a minus a to the power n is equal to minus a to the raised to the power n if a is odd. Okay. Next we move on to the next topic, negative integral exponents. Let me move on to the next topic, negative integral exponents. For any non-zero rational number a, so a raised to the power minus n is equal to 1 by a raised to the power n. So the numerator term is become into a denominator. Likewise, so the powers will change. The another one is a to the power n is equal to 1 divided by a raised to the power minus n. Okay, So that is that a raised to the power minus n and a raised to the power n are reciprocal of each other. So thus 5 raised to the power minus 3 is equal to 1 divided by 5 raised to the power 3. So it is easy to you. So when it is in a rational number, let's see, if I consider 2 by 3. So 2 divided by 3 raised to the power minus 5 is equal to 1 divided by 2 divided by 3 raised to the power 5. So is equal to, it become reciprocal. So we get 3 divided by 2 whole raised to the power 5. Okay. Let me see with an example. In this example, we going to solve 3 divided by 5 whole raised to the power minus 2 into 4 divided by 5 the whole raised to the power minus 3. So according to this condition, the power is minus 2. So let be reciprocal and change the power into 2. So we get 5 divided by 3 the whole to the power 2 into 5 divided by 4 the whole raised to the power 3. Okay. So when the power when to individual is taken a individual integer, we get 5 raised to the power 2 into 5 raised to the power 3 divided by 3 raised to the power 2 into 4 raised to the power 3. So we get 25 into 125 divided by 9 into 64. So when we multiply these numbers, we get 3125, which means 3125 divided by 576. Okay. Let me see another example. In this example, they given that if 3 to the power 3x minus 1 divided by 9 is equal to 27. Find the value of x. So according to this condition, now we are going to find the x which is in the power. Okay. So to solve this equation, let's consider the divided into multiply. So when we consider divided into multiply, the number will reciprocal and we get 1 divided by 9. So 3 to the power 3x minus 1 into 1 by 9 is equal to 27. So since we know that 3 square is 9, likewise 3 cube is 27. So let replace the terms. We get 3 to the power 3x minus 1 into 1 divided by 3 raised to the power 2 is equal to 3 raised to the power 3. So when the numerator 3 to the power 2 is become, according to that condition, we get 3 to the power minus 2. So since the numerator are equal, so let we add those powers. So we get 3 to the power 3x minus 1 minus 2 is equal to 3 to the power 3. So we get 3 to the power 3x minus 3 is equal to 3 to the power 3. So since in the both sides the numerators are equal, so let we consider the powers only. So we get 3x minus 3 is equal to 3. So when we solve this equation, we get 3x is equal to 6. So when we cancel the 3 and 6, we get x equal to 2. So now we find the value of x is 2. Okay. Let me move on to the next thing. Next topic is more about exponents. Now in the previous case we seen the loss of exponents and negative integral exponents. Now we see more about the exponents. In this exponents there are more rules. Okay, so let me see what are the rules. The first rule is if a into b is whole raised to the power n is equal to a to the power n into b to the power n. Let's see with an example. In that example, I taken that a to the power 5 into b to the power minus 3 whole to the power 4 is equal to a to the power 5 whole to the power 4 into b to the power minus 3 whole to the power 4. So, according to the previous law of exponents, now we are going to multiply the both powers. So, we get a to the power 20 into b to the power minus 12. Okay. So, next we are going to see the second rule. The second rule is nothing but if a divided by b whole is raised to the power n is equal to a to the power n is divided by b to the power n. Let's see with an example. So, according to this, that a to the power minus 3 divided by b to the power 4 is whole raised to the power 6. So, is equal to a to the power minus 3 whole to the power 6 divided by b raised to the 4 whole raised to the power 6. So, according to the law, which law? Product law. Okay. So, according to the product law, let multiply the powers and we get a to the power minus 18 divided by b to the power 24. Let me move on to the next rule. The next rule is nothing but a to the power 0 is equal to 1. If a is equal to 0, so according to this, if a is 0, then it represented as a to the power 0 is equal to 1. That is, any non-zero, non-raised to the power 0 is always equal to 1. For example, if 3 to the power 0 is equal to 1. Likewise, if 3 raised to the power minus 5 is whole raised to the power 0 is also 1. Okay. Let me move on to the next rule. The next rule is if a to the power minus m is equal to 1 divided by a to the power m, and in the same way 1 divided by a to the power minus m is equal to a to the power m if a is not equal to 0. For example, if 2 raised to the power minus 3 is equal to 1 divided by 2 raised to the power 3. In the same way, if 1 divided by 5 raised to the power 7 is equal to 5 raised to the power 7. Okay. Let me see the next rule. The next rule is if n root a is equal to a raised to the power 1 by n, and if n root a raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power m by n. Let me see with an example. So, root 5 is equal to 5 raised to the power 1 by 2. And let me see the another example for the next condition. If cube root a to the power 2 into b raised to the power 4 is equal to a raised to the power 2 by 3 into b raised to the power 4 by 3. I hope you all know what are the rules in the exponents and what are the law of exponents. So let me recall whatever you learnt. Let me see the quick recap. Can anyone say list the law of exponents? Yes, very good. The law of exponents are product law, quotient law, power law. Okay. Next, can anyone explain power law with one example? Yeah, excellent. So, according to the power law, a raised to the power m whole raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power m into n. Okay, so example is whatever you want, you can able to write it. So next, see, evaluate minus 2 raised to the power minus 5. So since we can able to evaluate it, so when the power is minus 5, what we do? Yes, very good. We can reciprocal it. So the answer is minus 1 by 2 raised to the power 5. Okay. Can anyone list the rule of exponent? Yes, very good. The first condition is a into b whole raised to the power n is equal to a raised to the power n into b raised to the power n. The second condition is a divided by b the whole raised to the power n is equal to a to the power n divided by b to the power n. The third condition is a to the power 0 is equal to 1 if a is not equal to 0. The fourth condition is a raised to the power minus m is equal to 1 divided by a to the power m, and 1 divided by a raised to the power m is equal to a raised to the power m. The fifth condition is n root a is equal to a raised to the power 1 by n, and n root a raised to the m is equal to a raised to the power m divided by n. Let me move on to the next thing. Can anyone say an example for this condition a into b raised to the power n is equal to a to the power n into b to the power n? For simple verification, I am considering that a as 2 and b as 3 and n as 2. Now let me consider, according to this, I get 2 raised to the power 2 into 3 raised to the power 2. So we already know that 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9. So 4 into 9 is 36. Now can anyone solve this thing at 4 raised to the power 7 whole to the power 2 into 4 raised to the power minus 3 whole raised to the power 4? It is so according to that law, it is in the product law. So according to the product law, now we multiplying these products. So 7 into 2 is 14 and minus 3 into 4 is minus 12. So since the numerators are equal, so if we already know that a raised to the power minus m is also said to be 1 divided by a raised to the power m. So let me consider that 4 raised to the power 14 into 1 divided by 4 raised to the power minus 12. So since the numerators are equal, so let me cancel then the remaining term is, according to this, we get 4 raised to the power 2. So the answer is 4 square is 16. So the answer is 16. Okay, these are the assignment problem which I given. So please note it down and complete your work within the time, and share it in the GCR. The code has been shared before itself, so kindly join. Thank you.